it's homework time, yes! Happy homework time is here yet again. Lesson 10, let's do it. Start by jotting your name down at the top of your paper. I'll write my name, you write yours. Don't mix it up. Then for today's date, I'll write today, you write the actual date, where and when you are. Use redo to solve the following problems. All right, read, draw, write. On Saturday, Jeff, good old Jeff, here he is again, used 2 quarts, 1 cup of water from a full gallon to replace some water that leaked from his fish tank. That's a problem with that fish tank, Jeffrey. You should probably drain it, seal the leak, and then refill it, but okay. So anyway, he's put 2 quarts, 1 cup from a full gallon. So we have to picture he's got this gallon jug. He pours 2 quarts, 1 cup from it. And on Sunday, he used 3 pints of water from the same gallon. How much water was left in the gallon after Sunday? Well, to draw here, well, I think we need to do 2 drawings. First, let's just think about gallons and quarts and pints and cups, okay, before we get into this question. Okay, so if this is 1 gallon, the whole thing, how many quarts would we have within that gallon? Well, hopefully you'll remember that there are 4 quarts in that gallon. Okay, and I'm going to write it on the side here. That's a quart, that's a quart, that's a quart, and that's a quart. Give this cue a little more of a cutesy tail. There we go. And then, well, okay, now we have pints. So how many pints are within these quarts? Well, each of these quarts has 2 pints therein. Okay, so I'll write that inside here. It's got a pint, it's got a pint, it's got a pint, 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 pint. Whew! And now I'm going to change color. Let's go, I like this orange here. Because within each pint, there are 2 cups. So I'm going to draw a nice little line right down these pints. And I can't, without making a mess here, I can't really label the cups with the C. But we know those orange lines mean cups. So we can write underneath there, we can say, hey, 1 gallon equals 4. Whoa, that's one of my worst 4s ever. Put that in the hall of 4 shame. 4 quarts, which equals, you see, 8 pints, okay? 8 pints, which would equal how many cups? 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay, so 16 cups. All right, now that's just to kind of get our heads around all these equivalencies. And if this seems kind of wackadoodle and confusing to you, that's because you're a human being, and it is wackadoodle and confusing. That's why they invented the metric system, and why we're trying to slowly, over the course of, I don't know, centuries, get away from this customary system, because it is so wackadoodle and confusing. Sorry about that. Not my fault, though. So Jeff, oh, hey, look, this will work for our, what we're doing here as well. So he uses 2 quarts and 1 cup. Okay, so let me get a new color going here. How about, let's use a nice tame yellow. So look, here's a quart. So he uses 2 quarts. So here's 1, and here's another quart. I'm just going to scribble them out right over all that mess there. So he used up 2 quarts, and used up 1 cup. All right. Make my scribbling a little better there. So that's how much he's used. And then on Sunday, he used 3 pints more. Okay, so look, here we go. There's 1 pint. I'll go straight across here for 2 pints and 3 pints. And now let me get yet another color going here. And if you have colored pencils at home, you may want to do the same. Look, so here's what's left. And think carefully, take your time. What is this little buddy? That little buddy there is 1 cup. 1 cute little cup. That's all that's left after Jeffrey has decimated this gallon of water for his fish tank. All right, so now let's write this out. We know 1 gallon is 4 quarts, also 8 pints, 16 cups. One way to do this, and there are several ways we could do this. We just did it one way and found an answer, but let's do it out mathematically, is to just put everything in the smallest unit, which in this case is cups. And then we can just subtract. So we say the 1 gallon is 16 cups. Oh, look, I don't have black. I have like a maroon. That's cool, though. I'm going to keep it that way. So now 2 quarts is, well, look at how many cups we have in 2 quarts. 4, 8, right? We see that? So we can subtract the 2 quarts is 8 cups plus this 1 cup is 9 cups. So we could subtract 9 cups and that would give us 7 cups. And by the way, we could have done this with a more standard tape diagram as well. So if your teacher says, hey, where's the tape diagram? This is what we drew. This is our drawing to help us here. And if you want you to draw a tape diagram, go for it. And then Sunday, he takes the 7 cups that are left and he uses 3 pints. Now think 3 pints. Okay, so look at the pints there. 2, 4, 6. 3 pints equals 6 cups. And that's how we end up with 1 cup left over. Okay, so Jeff, last time we saw him, by the way, here in Eureka Land, he was called Jeffrey. And if you recall rightly, I chose to call him Jeff, and the nickname stuck. So Jeff had 1 cup left. And you could add in the gallon after Sunday if you want, but that's all I'm writing. Let's go on to number 2. Julia, they're always making punch in Eureka Land. It's just, Eureka is just one never-ending party. They're like making crafts, making punch, partying on. She poured 1 quart, 3 cups of ginger ale into a bowl, and then added twice as much fruit juice. Good recipe there, you might want to try it. And how much punch did she make in all? Okay, so we're adding 1 quart, and I'm going to keep it in that burgundy color, by the way, because I dig it right now. 1 quart, 3 cups, and now she's going to add twice as much fruit juice. So, hey, we can express it like this. We're going to add to that twice as much. So 2, I'll write the little X here because we haven't gotten that far yet. 2 times 1 quart, 3 cups. So what is that? Well, okay, so this is, we'll leave alone for the moment so we can deal with the parentheses here. Well, what's 2 times 1 quart? 2 quarts, yeah. And 2 times 3 cups is 6 cups. Okay, so now we can add these bad boys. 1 quart and 2 quarts is 3 quarts. Fix that Q. Oh, slow down, man. 3 cups and 6 cups is 9 cups. Now, we cannot leave it as a monstrosity like this. 3 quarts, 9 cups. That's craziness, you know? So we have to deal with the 9 cups and say, okay, well, there are 2 cups in a pint, and there are 2 pints in a quart. So therefore, 1 quart equals 4 cups. And just so we can see it, if this is a quart, okay, there's the 2 pints, and there's the 4 cups. So cup, 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 and each of these are pints, right? Very hasty diagram there, but I want you to be able to visualize it, because this is, again, swackadoodle. So there are 4 cups there. So that means we could take out 4 cups. Oh, me and these 4s, man. 4 cups, which is 1 quart. And then we could take out, or decompose, I should say, another 4 cups, which is a quart. And then that'll leave us with 1 cup, which is 1 cup. Now, look, that will bring us to, well, we had 3 quarts, and a quart and a quart, so that's 5 quarts. Again, that Q is not well formed. And 1 cup. But look, when we look at 5 quarts, what do you see there? Yes, we can decompose that bad boy, because we know that 4 quarts, we'll make a little note of it here, 4 quarts is what? Do you recall? I know, your head is spinning right now. I know mine is. Woo! It's a gallon. Okay, so this will give us 1 gallon and 1 quart. So our final answer here is 1 gallon, 1 quart, 1 cup. Whoa! And I'm going to circle that because amidst all of this, I just want to make it clear to my teacher that that's my answer, although of course I'll make a statement now. So Julia made 1 gallon, 1 quart, 1 cup of punch. Party time with Julia. Let's go on to number 3. Well, the excitement never ends in Eureka Land. Patty's going swimming. Patty went swimming for 1 hour, 15 minutes on Monday, which is quite a session. Hope she was playing Marco Polo by herself. On Tuesday, imagine it. On Tuesday, she swam twice as long as she swam on Monday, that 1 hour, 15 minutes. On Wednesday, Odin's Day, she swam 50 minutes, less than the time she swam on Tuesday. They're making this unnecessarily difficult. How much time did she spend swimming during that 3-day period? Okay, so here we can do our standard little tape diagram. And you know, I just realized, it just occurred to me that I didn't really draw a tape diagram for number 2 except to make that diagram of the equivalencies. So I don't know, you probably want to go back and draw a tape for that. I'm not going to because, hey, life goes on. So here we go. Monday is 1 hour 15. And yeah, I'm still using that burgundy color. I'm loving it. Oh, because Tuesday has to be twice as long, so I don't want to make Monday too big. So here's going to be Tuesday is twice as long. Good. And then Wednesday is 50 minutes less. So I don't know exactly what that's going to look like. It's probably going to be between the two of them, I'm going to guess. All right. So there we go. So we have here Moon Day, Thor's Day, and Odin's Day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So Monday is 1 hour, 15 minutes. And hey, this is, Tuesday is, I'll write the whole thing out here. I'll be a nice guy. 1 hour, 15 minutes times 2. You put the 1 hour, 15 minutes in parentheses there. So, well, 1 hour times 2 is 2 hours. 15 minutes doubled is 30 minutes. Okay, so we know what that is. 2 hours, 30 minutes. And then Wednesday is 50 minutes less than this time. Okay, so to do that math, we actually have to do a little bit more. Okay, so this is going to be, I'm going to have to do it underneath to, because there won't be room in the box. So it's 2 hours, 30 minutes minus 50 minutes. Well, obviously I can't take 50 from 30. So I go to that 2 hours. I'm going to set 1 hour, just like mixed numbers, set 1 hour aside, leave it alone. And the other hour I'll decompose as, right, 60 minutes combined with the 30 minutes already present is 90 minutes. And now I can subtract the 50 minutes. So that would give me, well, the 1 hour still remains 1 hour, but 90 minutes minus 50 minutes is 40 minutes. You notice I'm doing the math as I go here. Okay, might as well. And now our question, of course, is how much time did she spend swimming during that whole 3-day period? So what we're trying to find here is the whole shebangaroony here, and we're going to call it S for swimming. So, well, how much time did she spend? Well, because we already did most of the math, it's going to be pretty easy. Ooh, I used the E word. It's going to be pretty straightforward. We're just add them up. And let's just, and one way I like to do this is just crunch those numbers and sort out the bodies afterwards, so to speak. Do any composing we need to do afterwards. So 1 hour, 15 minutes, 2 hours, 30 minutes. That's Tuesdays, which is double, and then 50 minutes less for Wednesday is 1 hour, 40 minutes. And we can just add these up column fashion and not worry about it. Just do the hours first. We got 1 and 2 and 1 is yippers, 4 hours. 15 and 30 are 45. 45 and 40, 85. Good. Okay, now when we look at that, we say, okay, we can't leave it as that monstrosity, so, but look, we can look at 85 minutes and say what? Right, we can compose out of there an hour. We can take out of there 60 minutes, which equals 1 hour, and that leaves us with another 25 minutes. So when it comes to hours, we have the 4 hours and we have this hour. So altogether, that will equal 5 hours and 25 minutes. I'm writing up top here because I ran out of room at the bottom there. So, you know, I'm just going to turn this into my sentence with poetic inversion here. Is how long, that's a horrible phrasing there. Don't write it that way. 5 hours, 25 minutes is how long she spent swimming, and you can add to that during that 3-day period or over Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday if you like. You can even name her as Julia rather than the pronoun she. But I'm moving on to number 4. Come along when you're ready. And number 4, we see the return of Maya. That's a familiar name. She's 4 feet 2 inches tall. Her sister Allie is 10 inches taller than Maya. And their little brother is half as tall as Allie. So now our question is not to combine their heights for some weird reason like they're standing on each other's heads, but how tall is their little brother in feet and inches? And so here, this is the first time they're really specifying. Can we draw one tape for this? No, say no, because this is comparative. We're comparing here. So we're going to need a separate one for Maya and another one for Allie, and then a little one for brother. Little brother. All right, so Maya is 4 feet 2 inches. Allie is taller by 10 inches. So we'll put her like there. Let me line them up. And then little bro is half as the height of Allie. So he's like here. Okay, great. All right, so let's write these values in here. This is 4 feet 2 inches. Allie is 4 feet 2 inches, but 10 inches taller, right? So it's going to be plus 10 inches. Well, as we did in the last one, let's go ahead and do the math now so we don't have to do it later. That would give us 4 feet 12 inches, and we know that 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. So 4 feet and 1 foot together is, she's exactly 5 feet tall. And the brother is half. Okay, so this is going to be, and again, as we did in the last one, I have to write this underneath. So he is 5 feet divided by 2. Now, maybe you can look at that and just do it, but I'll kind of take you through step by step. If this were an even number, we would just take half of it, right? But it's not. So what we can do is we can say, hey, well, let's decompose out an even number of feet, 4 feet, and then 12 inches, right? So we can then divide these by 2. Well, what's half of 4 feet? 2 feet. What's half of 12 inches? 6 inches. You see how we are able to do that? So he is 2 feet 6 inches, which is 30 inches about yay high. So I'm going to guess he's about 4 years old. All right. All right, so let's, oh gosh, look, we just answered the question. I didn't even realize it. How tall is their little brother in feet and inches? We just did it. We did all the math. Okay, hey, little bro is 2 feet 6 inches tall. Go, bro. Don't write that. I'm just being silly. Sorry. Hey, guess what, though? We only have one left. Let's go do it. Rick and Lori here, number 5. Rick and Lori have 3 dogs. Diesel is the big boy. This is a big dog. Diesel weighs 89 pounds, 12 ounces. Whoo! Ebony, that is not a lap dog. Break your lap. 89 pounds, 12 ounces. Now, Ebony, however, weighs 33 pounds, 14 ounces less than Diesel. So we're seeing it's comparative there. So right away we're thinking, okay, I'm going to need 3 separate tapes for these 3 dogs because their weights are comparative. Luna, we're given Luna's weight is the smallest at 10 pounds, 2 ounces. That's a lap dog, more dachshund size. What's the combined weight of the 3 dogs in pounds and ounces? All right, so we have Diesel, we have Ebony, And we have Luna. And I bet you anything that Rick and Lori are real people and they actually have these dogs. So let's go ahead and draw our tape. Diesel is the big boy, right? We could tell that. Ebony is 33 pounds, 14 ounces less. What did I just do? All right, try that again. All right, there we go. All right, and then Luna is the little guy at 10 pounds, 2 ounces. Line these up. Did it again, dang it. Sorry. All right, anyway. So Diesel is 89 pounds, 12 ounces, and we're just given that. In fact, let's skip down. Luna, we're told, is 10 pounds, 2 ounces. We're just given that. The only one we really have to figure out is Ebony, of course. And so let's do that math on the side here, and you'll see why. So Diesel is 89 pounds, 12 ounces. And to get Ebony's weight, so we could say E equals, we need to subtract the difference between them, which is 33 pounds, 14 ounces. Okay, and we see right away we can't subtract 14 from 12, so we need to decompose here. So those 89 pounds, 88 of those we'll just leave alone. And one of those pounds will decompose as ounces. Now, how many ounces are there in a pound? Very good, 16. So 16 ounces plus the 12 ounces already here. Can you do that? 16 and 12? Very good, 28. Now we'll be able to subtract 33 pounds, 14 ounces. All right, so 88 minus 33, oh, that actually has a nice little pattern to it. Can you see that? 55, good. 55 pounds. 28 ounces minus 14 ounces. You might actually look at that and see that 14 is half of 28, right? See that? So it's 14 ounces. All right, so that's Ebony is 55 pounds, 14 ounces, also a sizable dog. And our question is, what's the combined weight? So we're looking for this, we'll call it W for weight, because we already used D for diesel. So here, now we're able to just crunch these numbers together and then compose out whatever pounds we can afterwards. So we have 89 pounds, 12 ounces for diesel. We calculated Ebony to be 55 pounds, 14 ounces. And Luna we were given at 10 pounds, 2 ounces. And now we're looking for combined weight, so we're obviously adding here. Let's do it. Wow. 9 and 5 and 0 is 14. Place the 4, regroup that 1. And look, I see a pattern here. 8 with 1 and 1 makes 10. 5 more is 15. You see that? All right. And now here, 2 and 4 and 2. Well, 4 and 4 make 8, right? And then 1 and 1 make 2. Now we are not done because what do we have to do with that? Yes, so we're going to look at this and say, hey, add this 28 ounces. We know that 16 ounces is a pound, which would leave how many? 16 and what is 28? Or 28 minus 16 is, very good, 12. Do that out if you need to. So now that would be combined as a pound with this pound. And so our grand total here is 155 pounds, 12 ounces. So the dogs, or the 3 dogs, weigh 155 pounds. Sorry, make that look more like a 5. 155 pounds, 12 ounces together. Woo, that's a whole lot of dog. And guess what? That's a whole lot of homework that you are now done with. Congratulations, and I'll see you again next time. It is once again homework time.